Hi everyone, this is John from What's Up. In this video, we're going to be going over what I feel like the show is going to be rated. Now, I want to basically let you guys know this is my thoughts, my opinions. None of this is hard fact. It's what I speculate things will be. Now, during this video, we're looking at spoilers up to and including A Memory of Light, so there's going to be some things we're going to talk about that may spoil some things in the plot for you. So how characters interact and how things turn out. So if you don't want any spoilers, and if you'd like to read the book spoiler-free and you haven't read them yet, I suggest maybe not watching this video. But then again, if you're interested in my opinions and thoughts on why the show is going to be rated a certain way, have at her. But again, like I said, memories and spoilers up. Memories up. Spoilers up to and including the end of A Memory of Light. All right, so we're going to dive in here. There's been a lot of discussion this week over what the show is going to be rated. Now, the Reddit's threads and the Facebook groups that deal with the Amazon Prime TV show have been a buzz about what people think the show is going to be rated. This all stems from the fact that the show's IMDb page was updated earlier this week with two new production members. These production members are people called intimacy coordinators. Now, I'm going to tell you the names here, and I'm probably going to butcher them, so I apologize in advance if I get them wrong. So the first name is Yaret Dor, and the second name is Enrique Otoro. Now, what does an intimacy coordinator do? Essentially, they're required by the Actors Guild or the Actors Union to be on set during any scenes that involve nudity, suggestive themes, any scenes where characters may get intimate with each other, for a bunch of different reasons. One is it's to make the actors feel and actresses feel more comfortable. There's someone there with them that's going to talk them through it, tell them how to do it, choreograph the scene, and make sure things are done either tastefully or to the actors and directors' liking. And the second reason is basically, like I said earlier, they choreograph things. They're not just there to make people feel comfortable. They're the ones that will take the scene and they have experience in setting the scenes up and blocking them off and things like that that involve nudity or people being intimate. Now, a lot of people, when this came out, they were very surprised because they thought, well, there's no nudity in A Wheel of Time. It's a high fantasy series and it's not a romance series. There was no sex in it. This is kind of strange. Are they going to be changing the basic story and plot lines to appeal to a different audience? And I'm here to tell you that you probably remember things wrong. I mean, I did at first too. When I saw that, I was like, oh, that's a little strange. And then I went back and I did another reread, and I noticed that there is a lot, and I mean a lot of nudity and a lot of sex in these books, but it's not outwardly displayed. So Robert Jordan would say something. He would write a passage, and it would be a lot of it's left up to the reader's imagination. So we go through some examples with the Bath Shinar, the Isle sweat tents. We have the testing for the shawl done in the nude. The raising to Amerlin when Egwene became Amerlin, again done in the nude. Rand had sex with Min. Rand had sex with Avondale. Rand had sex with Elaine. Um, Matt and Tylan. That's a huge one. Matt basically gets tied to the bed and raped for a week and a half. He's her pretty, as they say it in the books. Um, but none of it's really very descriptive. So Robert Jordan doesn't go into the nitty gritty details, and like I said, he's not writing a romance novel. He says these things happen, he mentions them, and they kind of go away. And again, sea folk. You're not going to show the sea folk on here without nudity because they're always nude when not inside of land. So is there going to be nudity in the show series? Absolutely, it's going to happen. I mean, they're going to show it, not just because it is in the books. Um, I know Robert Jordan to leave it up to your imagination, but in the show, there's not really any imagination. You have to show it on the screen. That's why it's there. So yeah, it will be there. How are they going to do this? Well, my thoughts on it are sex sells. I mean, we've all seen Game of Thrones. It There was a lot of nudity and a lot of sex in that show in that series, and it did very well. Not just for that reason, but that didn't hurt. So are they going to do it with this series? No doubt in my mind, probably they will. Because again, sex sells and it's something you're going to do. And again, if you look at say other Amazon Prime TV shows like The Boys or Carnival Row, things like that, they handle mature themes very well. I don't think it'll be done cheaply or cheesily, but you're looking at adult themes in that sense. And not just that. So when you look at the violence, the books are inherently really violent. There's a lot of bad stuff that goes on in the books. You have fights with Trollocs. The Trollocs come to Emond's Field at the very first chapter of the first book. Uh, they kill and they pillage and they do all kinds of terrible things there. You have the raids and the blight. You have all of the shadow spawn, very big, very scary creatures that kill people, chop them up, put them in cook pots, eat them. Uh, the fades, they talk about the fades having fun with their prisoners, and the women are never the same afterwards. So things like that. It's the evil people in this book series. They're really evil, and Robert Jordan does a very good job of describing it without getting too in depth and too graphic. Big one, the big battles in the series, Battle of Dumais Wells. Yeah, that's going to be interesting to see on TV because it's a whole lot of gore, and it actually was really descriptive in the books too. So here are the things we got. We nudity for sure. There's going to be at least some, probably more than most people think is going to happen, especially if you go through the books and you try to bookmark off all the places where there's nudity. There's a lot. Sex, yeah, a lot of sex in the books. Again, not really described, but it's going to be there, so it's going to be in the show. Violence, three. Again, I had problems with three. Three, violence. A lot of violence in the books. All kinds of violence in the books. Mature, scary, frightful scenes. A lot of that in the books. There's bad guys, and they are pretty bad. Um, and we didn't even get into what some of the Forsaken have done to their enemies or even their friends or their servants. Like some bad stuff happens in these books. So if they display even a tenth of any of that on the screen, I'm pretty sure they're going to go for full 100%, or they may even change it so there's even more. You're looking at very least it's an adult show. It will not be meant for children. Will I be letting my 9-year-old, my 10-year-old, my 13-year-old, even my 14-year-old watch it? Probably not. I'll watch them first to make sure to see that they're all right for anything, and then maybe I'll make a decision at that point. But I'm almost sure that they're probably not going to be able to watch it. They don't watch Game of Thrones. I probably won't let them watch this. So my opinion, and again, this whole video is my opinion. I think there's going to be a lot of sex. There's going to be a lot of nudity, and there's going to be a lot of violence in the show because there is in the books. I mean, it's just the way it is. Um, so, like I said, the debate arose. I'm pretty much on the side of the fence where, yeah, it's going to be there and it will be an adult show. All right, that's all for now. Thank you guys very much, and here's to many more.